Howdy, folks. It is about 7:30 in the morning, beautifully overcast, and a lovely temperature of 65 degrees. And today, we're gonna take a little walk in the woods. So, getting my gear ready, getting all the things I need. We're gonna get to it. Alrighty. Traveling a little light. Just got 2 rods with me, one for casting, one for my shrimp. Got my cooler, and that should be fine. Wait, pardon my mess. Want my monster, which should be in my cooler. That way I don't have to carry it everywhere. There we go. Now we're all set to go. So today we're going to be walking down Palarm Creek. This is in the Slough WMA. This is actually the creek that creates Lake Conway. Lake Conway has been drained for the better part of 2 years or so, I think. I got a bunch of videos when they were actually draining it. But the creek always flows. You can actually, in the lake, see the main creek channel they dammed up to make the lake. But you see plenty of water still. Now I don't tend to fish this area because I know that it's real shallow and it's real snaggy. I don't feel like losing lures yet. Plus, never really get any bites in this area. But they just started demoing the dam at Lake Conway. So now there's nothing obstructing any water flow. It's just free-flowing creek. And I figure, let's come take a walk in the woods. We'll see what's in here to fish. Now, I've walked this a little bit before. I know that a little ways up here, there's a little rock dam. And I plan to start there. And we'll continue forward from there. Never really gone up past it much before. But I should, in theory, be able to walk this slightly muddy trail all the way back up to Lake Conway if I wanted. I guess we'll find out if we can either go that far or if I feel like going that far, whichever comes first. All right. Here's our first stop. This is Little Rockwall Dam. I want to get over to the other side of it. Ooh. A little rocky here. There we go. I can fish on it from this side. Rocks are a little slick. Take my stuff off here because I just want to cast. Don't want to do much tight lining through here. I imagine I just get snagged up. It is a nice deep seeming, ooh, unstable rock, deep seeming little pool here, but it's got this current. And generally, if there's current, especially like these little falls, there's something waiting in that current. Now, I've got my light action out today, and it's got a 10-pound braid on it, and I'm tying straight to that braid, which I don't normally do, but the number one reason I am is because I'm lazy. There was no leader on it. Number two is because this water is murky enough that I don't think it'll matter. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. But we're just going to use a little paddle tail right now. Pop it around. See if there's anything out there that wants to eat it. Yep, there sure was. Oh, and he's gone. But hey, at least I know the fish are fired up. I'm on the right track. Or I just got hit with first cast curse and everything's gonna be awful from here on out. Either are possible. Well, there's a rock. So the awful path is definitely an option. I really don't want to lose my lure the second I get down here. Let's see if we can walk out here a little ways and maybe we can get it at a different angle. Pop it off. Oh yeah. Ah, I see. I'm on that stick right there. And there we go. Sometimes you just need a different angle. Well, I feel like I've covered the majority of the area through this pool. And I'm gonna say, first cast curse is what we are now dealing with. See if we can break it. For those of you that don't know, first cast curse is if you get a fish on your first cast, it is likely going to be the only fish you get the entire day. So you might pull up, immediately get a bite and go, oh man, this spot's gonna be dope. It's gonna be full of fish and we're gonna rake them in because my first cast I got a bite. That's not how it goes. Normally, you ain't gonna get nothing else. That's the first cast curse. So that pool for certainly has it. We'll see if it carries us through the rest of the day or if we can find something else to catch. We're now gonna fish up here. We just need one more fish to break the curse. Ooh. Well, snagged up on a tree over there. Luckily I can walk out to it. Not yet. You had to walk by right when I caught the tree though, didn't you?
Yeah, I seen that, but I've seen a lot of big swirls right in through here.
Well, if my experience fishing this area is anything, I'd bet they're a bunch of gar. Because this thing is just chock full of gar.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck. Have a good day.
Thank you. Well, nothing in this pool. Or at least nothing that wants to bite. So the curse stands. We will move on through the woods. There's a, I know there's a decent clearing up here. So we're gonna head on up to that way. And that is where we will finally deploy the shrimp. And if the shrimp don't do it, we'll switch out to a rooster tail. And if the rooster tail and the shrimp don't do it, then I just assume there ain't no fish left. They've all died because clearly they're gone and never coming back if they don't want a rooster tail or shrimp. All right, here's where we were going. You can see it really clears up. I got a lot of little walking room right through here. I got some cypress trees on both sides, which means it's probably gonna be fairly snaggy with cypress stumps kind of near them. Who knows out in the middle. I got plenty of downed logs and stuff. There ought to be some fish in this area. So let's get us a shrimp. Probably really frozen. Well, that one came out easy enough. These shrimp have been thawed and used a time or two already. Hello. You sit there. That hook's just barely staying on there. This tree's trying to hit me with stuff. I got a fairly large hook on there for what I expect to catch out of here, which is mostly small bullhead, but there could be decent catfish and also bowfin. But I know that there's still active turtles through here. And a larger hook means I am less likely to get a turtle on the hook, which I really, really don't want to do. All right. Now, we're gonna take our little paddle tail here, and I'm gonna throw it dangerously up by this tree. Because if I was a fish, I'd be hanging out in all that mess. Well, that's not up by the tree. There we go, that's dangerously up in the tree. Hey, there we go. Right as I was about to pull it out, he came and slammed it up against the bank. Hey, buddy. And just like that, we have fish number 2 on the line. First one landed, and the curse is broke. Thank you. Now we can proceed to have a good day without a care in the world. Let's walk up this way. Got my one fish over here, casting around all this, not really getting anything else. But my camera feels like it's leaned way down. The cockeyed. Oh shit. Oh. Hey. Okay. That looks like a fish. Hey, bullhead. Well, it popped off. Splashed me in the face. Bullhead had very sharp little fins on them. Any fish ever really gets me a lot, it's these guys. But decent little bullhead, I'll take it. They don't really get very big, so that's a decent size. But all right, look at this. We're having this good old time now. 3 fish in. I'm gonna get out from under this tree. Keeps trying to drop shit on me. Got all my stuff here. I'm gonna walk over there. Probably not much better under this tree, but whatever. All right. Nope. There we go. I left my little pre-ripped shrimp over here. Hey, see, it's dropping these little acorns all over. Maybe not acorns. These aren't acorns. Oh, bank. What the fuck is this thing? No, that's an acorn wrapped up in there. Hey, really round though for an acorn. No top on it. All right, I don't know nothing about nuts and trees and shit. So someone that's smarter than me, tell me what I'm got here. I mean, that's what it's dropping. A little ripped piece of shrimp I had. There it is. There we go. Little largie. Ooh, decent one. Yep. For a little creek. That's pretty alright. There you go. It's a little beat up. Just on that side. That's not so bad. I know there are leeches in here, so that could be all that's from. Thanks, bud. Although I don't think I've ever seen leeches up this side of it. I see them more down towards the mouth of the river. This flows down to the Arkansas River a few miles down. And I fished down towards the end of that. And I've seen leeches like on turtles and stuff down there. Never really on a fish though. Line wobbled again. Yeah. Well, it must have been small. Seems like I pulled it out of his mouth. All right. Get it back on there. I've got smaller hooks I can use. Right back in the same general area so we can come find it again. I don't want to downsize my hook just because, like I said, these bullheads get gut hooked a lot. But we may need to if we want to catch the fish. Although that first one was pretty good size. Yep, there we go again. Maybe it's a turtle. I don't know, it didn't feel like a turtle when I picked it up last time. That kind of looks like a turtle though. See, turtles do this, like, they hit kind of tick, 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 tick. That's kind of what this was doing. Oh. See, normally a fish grabs it and you just get tautness, but sometimes these catfish like to just sit there and chew on it. And nothing's holding on to it. When we look at our bait, those are turtle bites. You can see where the little beak's taking chunks out. So we're going to move the bait over there. That's not a turtle. That's a stick. That was not a stick that made me grab the rod. That thing bent in half. I just didn't have the camera on because I was doing something else. Dang it. I think I'm just gonna wait until this gets stripped off. Then we're gonna move on. Not having much luck casting through here aside from losing stuff. But we'll just go find somewhere new to lose things. There we go. Nice. Feels better than the last one. Ooh, I think it's a bowfin. He didn't bite like a normal bowfin. He just sat there chewing. Whew, nice. I don't have my net, so I'm gonna let him kind of work himself out here a little. I'm gonna have to just try to grab him by the mouth and bring him out. I think I've got him hooked a little deep. I don't see it hanging out his mouth, so he may just have to hold on to that. Put our little wrist strap on, because these guys like to roll the second you grip them. Yep, thank you. I'm very wet now. All right. You not done yet? Are you done now? He's getting there. Hey, there we go. Yep. Yep, he chewed on it. He got it down there. Unfortunately, I can't get the side of my pliers super far down in there. It's the best you're gonna get, bud. But that is a nice bowfin. That's probably around 5 pounds. Nice and fat. All right. Need a picture of this. Little selfie shot. All right, pal. Let go. There he goes. All right, let me get a new hook tied on. Stop stepping all over my rod. And then we're gonna move up. This is interesting. Like, there's a clear, nice little walking path through here. I don't think this is like maintained or kept. If it just naturally grows like this, kind of like fairy tale woods path. We're gonna come down here until we get a nice clear enough spot I can do a little casting, put my tight line back in. Like, I could probably do some through like this area a little bit, but too risky, I think. I'm almost guaranteed to lose my stuff. So we'll just walk down, see what else we can find. As I walk my side of the bank, I can't tell but notice the other side of the bank is way better and clearer. Now, sometimes that rock dam is low enough that I can get over there, but today I'd have to get kind of wet to do it, and I don't want to do that. But I'm gonna make a nice note of that. If I can get to the other side, that is the one I'm going to take the long walk on next time. I'm now walking back to where I just was, because I realized I forgot my rod holder. Looks like the wind's kicking up a bit though. But I'm gonna need that rod holder, and I leave them on the river constantly. I don't have any extras right now though. That's my last one, because I left all the other ones on the side of a river, damn it. Interesting little area. Little clear spot here. I can put the tight line out. There's a little island right here. That's odd. But I'll set the tight line up here. This looks like a decent enough spot. I can stop briefly. It's kind of shallow through here. Snaggy there, but I got a nice lane. I can see current moving out there, so it's probably a little deeper. Plus, there's a little bit of a bend. Try here. It's a risky retrieve. Oop, mud. Stand on the stick. Is that a fish? That is a stick. I'm going to have to try to drag through the other sticks now. Come on. Come on. It's a fighter. Woo. Got it. This is not a great spot. It's got this shallow hump here, but I should still be able to like get up and over it. Got that little stick pile out there. Fish like stick piles, and I'm not having great luck finding fish. Oop, as I say that, yes. This way, this way, this way, this way. Whoo! Damn, he jumped off. Damn, that was cool. I doubt we'll find another one in here. He probably won't eat again, but that was cool. That was worth it. All right, got this little island pool thing right here. Never know what could be trapped up in this or just hanging out, so it's worth a couple throws. Luckily, it ain't very big, so it ain't gonna be hard to cover the whole thing. Well, where'd we go? So I am over a branch somewhere. And I was stuck over there. Oh, come on. Really? I don't like this. Yeah, that's what I figured might happen. Yeah, that was... Ah! Crazy flailing did the trick. Whoop! Ha! I told you. Don't know what you're gonna find. And I found a little tiny bluegill. Now you would make a hell of a bait. Cut your head off and throw you out there. But I got shrimp. I don't need to kill anything. Alright, we're gonna move upriver for real now. Actually, right there it looks great. So this is pretty nice. Like, I was looking at this right here, but then I didn't realize that I got all this too. And it actually clears up fairly well. The bank gets a little steep. So assuming I don't slip into leaves and mud, should be fine. But this little spot gets me kind of excited. So I'm gonna try first. I'm gonna put the shrimp out on this side. A little bit of a risky side, but gotta try it. Hopefully, you know what? I can see that I just plopped that right on a little shallow bank. I want to get it past that. You can see out there where the leaves are moving? That's where I want to go. It's just a tough little cast here. Boom, right there. Go, line, a little bit. Up on top of that. Now it's off of there. Alright. There we go. Should be good. Line is unobstructed. I can fight the fish. I could try to drag it through here, but I'm gonna have to see if I can get him to swim left a little and into my pool. But you know, fish do what fish want. And then I will throw the rooster tail on this side. Sticks again. Sticks are tricking me. At least this one didn't take my bait. Oh, it is pretty ripped up. More ripped up than a stick should be doing. But that little channel, all I'm doing is getting sticks. And over in my rooster tail channel, not having any luck. So, why not switch it up? Move the shrimp over here. Throw it up that way. That way the little shrimpy smell is coming down river. Should be good. I guess I'll throw the rooster tail over here. May as well. Oop, hey! Well, it's been a little while and it ain't the biggest fish, but there's another bass. You got that down there a little ways, buddy. See if I can help you. Yeah, you got it in there good. As gentle as possible here. A little hung up right there on the end. There we go. Thank you, little fella. Ow. I deserve that. Well, something. At this point, I gotta take what I can get. The fish are not overly cooperative today. Whoop. Well, another tiny bass, but a little bit bigger than the last tiny bass, I think. I sure hope you're not the same tiny bass, because that would make you real dumb. This is not the same tiny bass. I can tell, because the other one I hooked just a little bit back behind his tongue. This one has no mark back there. There's 1, 2. There we go. Boop. Alright, well, caught some tiny bass. A lot of sticks in that area. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit. Give it a fair shake over here, maybe about 20 minutes at minimum. And then, I guess we'll keep moving on. See how much farther we'll go. Must have been on something. Yep. Another stick. I'm getting real good at hooking these sticks. They're getting real good at stealing my bait. What's up with that, sticks? Line just went real slack on me. Nothing on there. Another stick. That would explain it. Well, I can see something definitely got at this. Something was eating it, and something had moved it closer. I mean, there's enough on that I can give it another shot. But something picked that up and moved it. It could have been a stick, but stick didn't chew on it like that. Sticks are name of the game today, apparently. Awful Angler, the #1 stick angling fool. So that's not a stick. That could be a turtle, though. Nothing on there. See, I can... Well, now I can't. Okay, there was something on there. It's another stick. God dang it. I'm moving. This is ridiculous. Big chunk of my bait's gone again. Alright, we're moving down. I'm going over to that big tree over there. Stupid frickin' sticks. Well, there's my big tree. I walked over here. Guess what? Forgot my rod holder. God dang it. Look at that stupid rod holder. Well, I have essentially 4 pieces of bait left. So I guess when I run out, that's when we'll call it a day. I will use one right here. I will use one over there. And I don't know what to do past that. I'm gonna toss that right there. Don't think we need to go super far. Not super far distance to go. It's pretty thin here. But it's got some depth. So we'll see if anything comes up. Get out of here. Why is it there are spiders always find your fishing line? Doesn't matter what season, doesn't matter what you're doing. If you've got a fishing pole, spiders will find it. Foul hooked, I think. No, he's hooked in the face. He's just did a lot of rolling and tied himself all up. Oh, buddy. Interesting catch. These guys have such a strong bite. It's so hard to get them to just keep their mouth open so you can get the hook out. Got the hook. So now let's untie this bastard. What did you do, buddy? Told you earlier, they got real sharp little spikes, and they got serrated edges on them. So holding them like I was, good way to get yourself spiked up. I'm probably gonna have to retie that whole thing. For now, let's wash all this slime off my hand. It's kind of sturdy right here. Some roots. Okay. Bullhead are so very slimy. As you can see on my line here, oh, it completely all came out. Maybe I don't have to retie anything, but look at all that slime goop. The line's actually right there, maybe. I think that's just stuff on the line. Yeah, the line's actually not really frayed up. That's kind of surprising. I'm gonna throw this out and maybe I can get that slime off of there. Well, worked a little. Kinda. Ugh. Catfish slime. Okay. Shrimp's sitting just kind of at the edge over here by these sticks. Like I said earlier, catfish like structure. I'm mostly looking for catfish. I'll take bowfin. Bowfin likes structure. Everything likes structure. If there's any kind of structure, throw your things there because that's where the fish might be. And if they're not there, throw it somewhere else because who knows what the fish are. I certainly don't, as I've proven somewhat today. And pretty much all the time. But I'm going to stick with the structure idea for now. Something's definitely fiddling with it. Got him. It's another bowfin. They're really not like hitting like bowfin normally do. They're real soft little taps. And I guess they're just getting ready for winter, being lazy. The water has cooled down a little bit. Oh, there goes the shrimp. Maybe that's a good sign I can get the hook out this time. But I don't see the hook, so maybe not. Oh, he's a little blued up. I like when they're blued up. Uh-oh. There we go. Get out of there. Calm down, champ. Oh no, I can get that hook out. I don't know why I tightened this down so much. I know I'm going to switch to my other hand. Okay. It's going to be a little tough, but I can do it. honestly. I'm gonna cut it off. It's gonna be easier and less damaging for the worm if I pull it out the other way. There we go. Well, I thought so, but now it's going just fine the other way. The shitty thing is, like, if I stuck my hand in his mouth, this would be a lot easier to manipulate the way I want. However, bowfin are some teethy some bitches. I'm sticking my hand in there. There we go. Getting it now. Ha, see? Stay right there. Alright. Not as good as the last one. Not nearly as good as that jumper. But he's got some blue. And I love blued up bowfins. Here you go, bud. All right. So apparently my structure thing, not horribly wrong. I just got to really those little tips. That's what the bowfin are doing, I guess. So that's the area I really like. Over by the cypress tree with all the stumps, it kind of pulls out. There's a little bit of a bend there. Like, that looks good. I just don't know if I can get in there. Looks like the other side, clear. Isn't that how it always goes, though? Anywhere you go fishing, the other side of the river, where you ain't at, is where you seem to always want to be. This is interesting. What are all these rocks doing here? I'm gonna guess there's like a drainage ditch thing. I know the field up here, that gets flooded, and I think they're flooding it right now. I'm not sure with what, since the lake's drained, but they're pumping water in there because this is a waterfowl rest area. Oh, right there, see? I don't know what the current regulations are, but I know that I think they do it for migration. So they close off hunting, because this is WMA, and they give the ducks and the geese somewhere nice and safe to hang out. There's a fish. All right. Ooh, crappie. Oh, and there's a bite over there too. Thank you, white crappie. Nothing on there again. Huh. Well, didn't get to show off my white crappie too much, but I'm glad we saw him. So Lake Conway has always been known for crappie fishing because it's just covered in stumps and it's not super deep. So this creek is normally kind of known for crappie, but you know, the lake's drained. So now this creek doesn't have a ton of fish in general in it, but I'm glad I saw a crappie. He wasn't terrible either. Another one? Certainly, come off. I had something on there, but it seems like I hit a stick and he popped off, which could have been a crappie as well. They seem to be back up there under the tree. That's a stick. Oh, did I get off or did I? Got off. Cool. There's another stick. Really testing my luck here. This one might do me in. I'm moving it. I'm moving it. I ruined the whole fishing spot, but if I can get that out, probably ruin my hooks on the rooster tail. No, that's not coming. Oh, there it goes. Damn. Oh well. Well, big fallen tree, overhanging tree, looks kind of deep. I mean, if this ain't the juice, I don't know what will be. We'll throw it over by that tree. I don't want to get up in this stuff. That's too much to work through. At least with the tight line. With my little jiggy minnow guy, I can pop him around and stuff like this. He'll probably get snagged up, but that's okay. I'm not overly concerned about losing it. I can go way over there. Just gotta pop it up over the log. Back around the stick here. Back over the stick here. Well, that didn't work. Huh. Can I bring this out? Oh man. Yeah. No. Damn it. Ugh. Oh man, something. Oh, he's still on there. Okay. Trying to tie a damn knot on my new lure. Nice bowfin. He's on something. I'm gonna give him a little slack. Line, don't come flying off like this. What are you doing? You shouldn't have memory like that. Give him some slack, see if he'll come off that snag. I don't feel him pulling anymore. He may have come off himself, and now I'm just the fool on the snag. Nope, that ain't moving. Anyway, I'm just gonna give him some line. Stop, what are you doing, line? I should not have line flying off the reel like this. Alright, we're just gonna let it sit like this. Maybe he'll work himself out. I'm gonna go back to tying my knot, finding my jig head in this mess. Oh, looks like it mostly stayed. I think I was running my line through there. Sure. Not tied. Perfect. Alright, that's enough time over there. I'm gonna break that off, retie it. I got one piece of bait left. We're gonna use it, god dang it. At least I'll get my weight back, I think. I'm pretty sure I can see the weight. Nope, never mind. Broke everything off. Well, my leader was getting kind of short anyway. Alright. Get this retied. Don't want to forget this. Alright, I'm on my last piece of bait, so I don't want to fish here again. I'm going to move up here on the other side of the log jam. This looks pretty gross. Not great. Real gunked up, too many leaves, too many logs, but I got a lot of walking room. So I'm gonna come over here, right over there. Get my shrimp smell down into all this. Maybe something will come out and grab it. Maybe I can get away from some snags. But being my last piece of bait, don't want to waste it in a spot where I just spooked a big fish. And where I know he'll get tangled up. So we're gonna go to an unknown. I got kind of a big hook for a small bait, but hopefully it doesn't matter. Boom, right out there. Oh, no way. That was quick. No. Okay. A little bit of bait still there. This is a real Hail Mary here. But I'm gonna guess it's a little bullhead. We're gonna get away from that little bullhead. Put it over that way a little. But that's all I got left. So if that don't work, we're done. Ooh. Well, that's it for this. I'm gonna walk around a little bit more, but pretty sure I'm done. If anything interesting happens, I'll cut it in. Well, what time is it? Ooh, almost 11? Dang, 3.5 hours. I don't think I was down here that long, but I walked a decent ways. I saw some cool stuff. I like this. But fishing, meh. Got a bullhead. I hooked into some nice bowfin. I hooked into some okay bowfin. The bass were a little meh. But I mean, it's better than sitting in my house doing nothing. It's too goddamn gorgeous of a day for that. So now that I'm done fishing, I'm gonna go sit in my house and probably hang out with my little brother on the internet and find something fun to do there. So I'll catch y'all next time, whenever that may end up being.